This video is about how good Hell Let Loose Vietnam really is, because I see a lot of people talking not so great about it online, and I wanted to give my opinion on it after playing the game for about 30 hours. So let's get into the main part of the video. Kinda split it up into 3 segments. It's going to be the good parts of the game, the bad parts of the game, and some areas that could be improved. Some of the things I like about this game so far is the fact that it's really similar to the previous game. It makes it easier to learn if you have played the previous game. And honestly, if you like the previous game, I would suggest actually buying this. I'm hoping they will fix some of the issues with it. I would wait till the end of the video to make your decision overall. But if you like the last one, the odds are you're probably going to like this one too. But if you haven't bought it already and you decide to wait to see if the issues get fixed, that probably wouldn't be the worst idea either. 2 more new things I liked are actually the helis and the tunnels. I believe when properly utilized, they can make cycling between different areas rather quick and can pretty much change the way the game is played. However, in order to do this, you need good coordination between your team, and with a lot of new players, not everyone being a super high level and adjusting to these, they are rather difficult to use at the moment. I believe that with more time, people will get better at utilizing them, and hopefully the heli pilots and the people making tunnels will communicate with the rest of the team as well. Another thing I would like to bring up are some of the maps. Some people may consider this a good thing and others may consider it a bad thing, but a lot of them are like dense forest areas, which means you're not going to be able to see a lot, which I guess for a Vietnam game, it makes sense, which is why I'm putting it in the good side of the argument. I would suggest crouching or crawling through some areas once you get near the objective, otherwise you're going to be spotted and more than likely shot before you know where the bullets are coming from. Another thing I like about this game is proxy chat is very interesting. Sometimes you get 5-star voice actors out of the players that are in the game, and it can be rather comedic in my opinion. So if you enjoy proxy chat, that's just another thing that you can enjoy in the game. However, this is where we're going to approach our next topic. Some of the bad things about the game that I've experienced so far. And to start off with, we're going to double back to the proxy chat. The proxy chat can be fun. However, there is a few problems where it starts jittering, and the first few times it's funny, but after that it starts to get kind of annoying. Hopefully they fix that at some point in the near future. I assume they're looking into it, but I personally have no idea. The next part I want to talk about is the servers randomly disconnecting when you're almost done with a game that has taken you like an hour and a half. You do still get the XP back, so it's not the end of the world, and in my about 33 hours of playtime, I have had it happen about 4 or 5 times, so it's not that bad, but it is rather annoying, and it would be something I would personally like to see fixed, and considering the game itself was postponed, I would prefer if it was not an issue in the future. The next thing that I don't really like about the game is the hitbox registration of not the actual, like, players, but of the environment, like the wooden fences, some of the trees. It's really inconsistent, and a lot of the times when you try and shoot through like a wooden fence, it just makes your bullets disappear, so you have to stand up over the fence even though you're already completely exposed. And personally, I just think it's poor hitbox registration. I don't know when or if they're going to fix that. I would sure hope they do, because I think it's a rather large problem, because I've seen a few videos online of it and I know it's happened to me at least once personally. The next problem I had, I haven't tried in a while. It's the gunner on the helicopter was awfully jittery the last time I played. I hope to see this fixed in the future if it hasn't been already. I do believe helicopters are a big reason people are going to play this game over the last one. It just is one of the newer features that they added with this one, and I think would be nice to see refined a little bit more. I should have probably pointed this out earlier in the video, but I do play on computer, and I'm not certain what the consoles have for issues, if they're the same or not. I would like to hear if you guys have any other major issues. But after this, I'm going to move on to areas that could be improved, or areas at least I'd like to see improved. One of the first things I would personally like to see improved are the tanks. I'd believe they need to be balanced a little bit better.
Get
I think they're a little bit too strong. It takes 3 direct hits with a launcher or tank main cannon to the turret with the armor-piercing rounds in order to bring it down, and I think that's a little bit excessive. That being said, it could get better over time, but as of right now, it seems like a single tank player could make or break an objective. I think with time, more people will unlock more explosive options, and you won't have to rely on your commander to try to airstrike the tank, and it being stationary during the airstrike as well. Since I've already gone over some of the stuff with the tank, I'm going to move on to the helicopter now. You can shoot the gunners off the side of the helicopter, however I've been unable to kill the pilot. I don't even know if you're capable of doing so, but if not, it would be nice to be able to do so, because I believe it would give a realistic balancing option to helicopters. Another thing I would like to see is to buff the squad leads a little bit. It's a more difficult role to play. There is a tutorial in the beginning on how to play it. However, I've noticed a lot of players choose to wait for people to make squads and join them and play something else than actually starting their own squads. I believe this would be a decent option for that. One of the things I would like to see is actually the squad leads getting satchel charges as an available option. It doesn't have to be right away. It could be at like level 8 or 10. But I think it would provide a more versatile equipment for them, and it would also double as a nerf for tanks. Another thing I'd like to see is more of a weapon variety. There are a lot of guns in the game already, but it would be nice to have a few more options. And honestly, I would never turn down more weapons in a game. It just gives more variety and more replayability. Another thing I would personally really like to see improved is to add a quick play option instead of only a server selector. As much as I do like the ability to select a server, it would be nice to just auto queue into a game. Sometimes I don't really want to take the time and try and find a lobby, and I believe some of the lobbies might even fill faster if you did this option. It would be nice to at least select which game mode you wanted to play before you entered them. So if you could filter out exactly what you want and just hit quick play, in my opinion, that would be ideal. Another thing I'd like to see would be a faster level up time. It's kind of rough trying to play some of the earlier squad members. If it would be possible to maybe give them more variety of starting weapons, even if it means, you know, like giving them grenades from the start instead of leveling it up to level 2. Or make it so mag select doesn't unlock at level 3, that also unlocks at level 2. I think those two changes would be ideal and make the roles a little bit easier to play. Overall, I'd give this game probably a 7 out of 10. It's not perfect, and I'd say unrefined is the best word for it, but I still think it's a pretty decent game, and if you did like the first game, it might be worth trying this one out. If you wanted to wait till some more of the bug fixes, I would understand that. Anyways, if any of you guys have played this game and are watching this video, I would love to hear what you guys think about the game, and as well as any other problems you guys have as well. It would be nice to be more aware of some of them, and I'm sure I missed something, so you might as well leave a comment about it below. Otherwise, this is my first video of this variety, and if you guys got any other suggestions to improve it, please leave a comment. Otherwise, that's all I got. If you guys are still here, like and subscribe.